I wear two hats. My day job, I'm a tax CPA. I've been a tax CPA for 43 years, and I specialize in various incentives. And for probably the last 3 years, I spend about 80% of my day on the Opportunity Zone program, and we have over 200 funds that we manage throughout the United States. HCVT, we have 14 offices, about 800 people, so we're a top 30 firm in the U.S. We can go ahead and move through. So I'm really here mainly to talk about MIT Modular today, and as you saw in the video yesterday, we convert shipping containers into housing. And we also do some retail and some special purpose units also. But our target market is homeless, affordable, attainable, workforce housing. But it's a very green process. We use repurposed shipping containers, what we call one-trippers, so they haven't been contaminated. And they're highly durable. They'll withstand 180 mile per hour winds. So, the next hurricane that comes through or tornado, ours is going to be the last unit standing. To talk about the Opportunity Zone program, since this is an Opportunity Zone conference, I know most of you know about it, but I'm sure there's a few in the room that aren't familiar with it. But very quickly, and to give full credit, Trump takes full credit for the program, but it really came in during the Obama administration. That was really where it percolated. It just happened to pass under Trump's watch. But it's a very, what I love about it, it's one of the few bipartisan, tax bills out there. And so it's still extremely bipartisan, and it's very impactful. There's 8,600 opportunity zones throughout the country, and those are designated, they're spread around based on population. So California has the highest number, about 826, 862, I think it is. 8,762 in total, and about 10% of those are in California. Moving on to Louisiana, you can see you've got some really, every shaded area is an opportunity zone, so those are some pretty big swatches of land. And interestingly, we're talking about rural, 40% of the Opportunity Zone census tracts are in rural areas. Again, since we're talking about energy and agriculture, the Opportunity Zone program is perfect. I'm actually working, probably the most interesting Oz project I've worked on. I'm helping one of our clients buy an $85 million group of wells in Southern California, oil wells, and through an Opportunity Zone fund, and it's just going to be incredibly beneficial. The program, what it does is allows people that have large capital gains to roll those into an Oz fund, and they can be in complete control of that Oz fund, and they'll defer paying that tax until 2027. And that might get pushed out to 2029 based on some legislation that's out there. But all of the depreciation, depletion in the case of oil and gas that they claim, if they hold that investment for 10 years, that never gets recaptured. And when they sell it for federal and most state purposes, that gain, let's say he puts 85 million into this and it ends up being worth 500 million in 10 years, which it could very well happen. When he sells that, he pays no gain, no federal gain. California, unfortunately, doesn't adopt the program. Louisiana does. Most states do. So you bypass tax on, $415 million appreciation. So it's a very, very powerful program. And if you look at these maps, they invariably, on purpose, they are, they're there to help the economically disadvantaged communities. So it's a perfect platform to do your projects. And as long as you have some flexibility in where you're going to do that project, it's great. I do want to, if we could go back I'm sorry, back, there we go. I do want to highlight, operating businesses can't, everybody thinks that the IAEOZ program is just for real estate. You can absolutely put operating businesses, and about a third of our clients are operating businesses. Much more power in that, in many cases, than a real estate project. I also want to point out, and I have my good friend Bob Blyden over here, fantastic, interesting businessman, very bright, but Centric Limited Bamboo. He produces worldwide products made out of bamboo. And this fits into the ag discussion we have here. So what we want to do jointly is create, because this isn't produced in the US right now, they're producing it internationally, but we want to produce bamboo products in the United States. And what this does is it gives the farmers a new cash crop that they can start growing bamboo here in the United States and give us the product to produce this bamboo. Super strong, lighter than wood, totally sustainable. It's awesome. Please talk to me or buy on this. All right, let's move on. We can go ahead and go on. That's how an IAEOZ fund, there's two-tiered structure. I can talk to you about that later. Here's the pending IAEOZ legislation. Again, bipartisan. Senators Booker and Scott are still pushing this, along with about 12 other senators and House of Representatives. 2-year extension on investing into the program till 2028 instead of 2026. And they're going to add, they plan on adding a bunch of additional rural zones. So again, great news for the people in the room. This is some of our models, interior and exterior. There's Bob Blyden at our facility. I'll give anybody a gift if they can find a picture of Keith in there. He was there also. We appreciate the support. And some of our other solar we run off. Let's keep going. There's our contact information. The other thing that the USDA is here. I talked to them briefly. One of our other solutions is the food desert problem. We have a design that will bring a trailer into these food deserts on twice a week. We'll bring fresh produce, fruit, and dairy products. And because many of these communities don't have a corner store anymore, and they don't have fresh fruits and vegetables, so we feel that that's definitely something we can use nationwide. So I'll stop there. My son Parker in the back and I are around. Please contact us. We can send you any information on this that you'd like.